Thanks, guys. So, Thursday night football, it's kicked off in the Mile High City. We'll have updates here on the Broncos and the Chargers. And USC is coming off of a record-setting homecoming weekend, but are they ready to take on Utah? You'll hear from Coach Sarkisian next. And this weekend will be big for the water, or big in the water for USC. The Trojans host the USC Swimming Invitational. More sports up next. Back to ATVN. This weekend will be a Pac-12 primetime showdown. The number 20 Trojans are coming off of a memorable homecoming weekend, and the number 19 Utes are ready and waiting. We caught up with Coach Sarkisian this morning to get his post-game or his post-record-setting game plan.
I believe we're playing a more physical brand of football over the last month. I think it shows in our ability to stop the run and get into the quarterback a bit more often. So, we're still a work in progress, but I believe we're much improved.
USC is 5-2 this season, while Utah is 5-1. The Trojans and their metallic helmets take the field this Saturday, 7 p.m. in Salt Lake City. You can catch the game on Fox Sports 1. And this just in, according to Bleacher Report, Lakers point guard Steve Nash will miss the entire upcoming season. Due to a reoccurring nerve damage in his back, he missed preseason action after he hurt himself while carrying his bags last week. Nash averaged over 6 points and 5 assists in 15 games for the Purple and Gold last season. The 40-year-old has said he expected this season to be his last. Well, this weekend should be pretty big for USC in the water. The men and women of Troy host USC Swimming Invitational at the Utangsu Center. Top college swimmers are coming out for the two-day tournament. We caught up with the swim team earlier today to hear about this weekend's invitational and how they think their season is shaping up.
It should be fun. It should be good to have like a little bit of racing and kind of low-key.
I'm a little tired right now, like the rest of the team from just training, but we're excited for this weekend.
The team chemistry is just so much better, and I think it's gonna be a really good year. I have a really good feeling about it.
The women and men of Troy are unbeaten in the water. The women's team holds the #1 NCAA ranking, and the men represent with 7 All-Americans. The Trojans will race in 3 two-hour sessions starting tomorrow at 6 p.m. and going through Saturday afternoon. And right now, the #2 Trojans are in the water. The men's water polo team is taking on the #16 ranked LMU Lions. Let's see how that match is going. It looks like there is a draw 0-0, but USC beat LMU 17-4 just last week. After today's match, USC heads home to host Pacific at 1 p.m. this Saturday. Tonight, the NFL debuts its new public service announcement. The league teamed up with 2 anti-domestic violence groups to create its No More campaign. The PSA features current and former NFL players speaking out against domestic violence. We have a clip for you here.
No more boys will be boys.
No more, what's the big deal?
No more, it's just the way he is.
No more, he just has a temper.
No more, but he's such a nice guy.
No more, but he has such a bright future.
The NFL's No More campaign will air during this season's games. And next week, NFL players, coaches, and employees will attend domestic violence programs where they can learn about domestic violence and how to identify it. Thursday night football is in full effect right now. Peyton Manning's Broncos are hosting the San Diego Chargers in the Mile High City. Both teams are doing strong this season, but San Diego has won 4 of the last 5 regular season matchups in Denver. Let's check in on the score. We're in the second quarter, and it looks like Broncos they've made their way on the board. The Chargers are 5-2 this season, but coming off of a loss, and the Broncos are 5-1, looking to extend their 3-game winning streak. Out in LA, tonight marks the Kings' first matchup without their star defenseman Slava Voinov. Luckily, the Kings' defense just got some depth. Jake Musson was just cleared to return to the ice today. An upper body injury kept the Canadian defenseman out of the action since training camp. And by the looks of their Twitter feed, the Kings are ready to go. LA squares off against the Sabres tonight at the Staples Center at 7:30. The Kansas City Royals make their first trip to AT&T Park tomorrow. Game 3 of the World Series has brought not only buzz, but also super security. The Department of Homeland Security is overseeing deliveries into the Giant Stadium, and they're using high-tech equipment to screen everything from UPS vans to beer trucks.
What we have out here is our large-scale equipment. We're looking for both radiation and then also using our imaging equipment to make sure there's nothing inside the vendors' trucks.
After the trucks are scanned for radiation, Homeland Security escorts the drivers into the stadium. The Giants have beefed up their security to prepare for a high number of fans expected for Game 3. On average, AT&T Park has the second highest attendance rating in Major League Baseball. The Giants face off against the Royals tomorrow at 5 p.m. For San Francisco, Tim Hudson is set to take the mound against Royal Jeremy Guthrie. The teams are tied 1-1 in this series. So have you guys been watching much of the World Series?
Yeah, I have. It's good to see a competitive matchup, and even though I'm bummed the Orioles aren't in it anymore, I think I'm going to go ahead and root for the Royals.
Yeah, and it's starting to look like it's getting really, really exciting with them being tied and all. It's going to be a really, really great series, I think.
Yeah, Game 1 was pretty interesting with the Giants taking such a big lead, and then all of a sudden the Royals coming back and taking a big lead. I think we could even go to 7.
Oh,
who knows?
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Well, thanks, AJ.